Okay, guys, I thought I would make a video about a battle that happened on Murovanka a couple days ago. And it was a very interesting situation because, unlike in many battles, especially on this map, people on the team realized that the deployment was wrong and they made an adjustment. And I'm going to do a little drawing here. On this map, very often there's a battle that is going on in this area, and there's another battle going on in this area. These two battles are disconnected from one another, and the two groups on both teams are not able to quickly and easily assist one another, and it's bad. It's far preferable for the flanks to be in contact with one another and able to reinforce one another if necessary and not spread out too much. And we did it. And I'll show you. I saw it when it was happening. I just sort of laughed. I said, this is great. People read the situation and they made the adjustment. So I'm going to hit the space bar here, and this bat chat is going to sit in that bush, which is sort of interesting. Okay, look. The T-34B is headed into the forest with no helpers, and watch what happens. So I'm just scouting here, doing my normal scouting run. T-34B pauses, and he's saying, I better get out of here. And he turns around and returns to base. So the people there are not going to get isolated and destroyed. It's great. So I'm continuing to spot here, the usual. And we've got lots of people busy in front of me here. So there's the only damage I suffered in the battle right there from that guy. So I'm still watching the other flank, and I'll just speed this up here. So the T-34B has gotten out of danger. And look at the tortoise. The tortoise turned around to get into a better position. Beautiful. So I'm going to come over here and scout this flank for everybody. And the UDES-03 has been pinging this area. And I agree with him that somebody should explore. So there we are. I've gotten 0 spotting damage so far, but I'm about to get 1,350. And this guy is probing as part of an inferior force. I mean, this kind of movement makes no sense whatsoever. He should be reinforcing strength and not doing a lone wolf tactic. And you'll see on the other flank, we've already destroyed an IS-6 and a Batchat 12T. Possibly because our deployment is more concentrated than theirs, and we can inflict more damage than they are able to do. Like, I don't know the details, but that's possibly the reason. So let's watch this. Boom. Boom. And he saw me. I'm zigzagging violently to get out of the way, and look at the number at the top of the screen, 1350. So my feeling at this point is that let's just look here. The vehicles that have not been seen. The Panther II, the Waffle Panzer V4, the T-54. They have not been seen, and it's an urgent matter for them to get into the fight. Like, they should be, if they're in this area, they should be headed this way to apply pressure and start using their guns. They've got to do it, and their failure to do it is bad for their team, and that causes lost battles all the time. So I feel safe. We've got the Tortoise and the UDES, which together can repel. Remember, this is all flat ground, so their binoculars are working, their net is working. This is a very defensible position, and for the enemy to attack here is completely crazy. So I changed my own plan, and I haven't had a chance to do this on this map for a long time. I've done it many times with a great deal of success. I told Jim, I should mention I was platooned with Jim Ape in his Progetto, and our wizard Artie over there, Soviet, in his Su-14-1. And I don't know if you guys can guess what I'm about to do, but I've done this many times, is I just go hell for leather, straight down the one line, and I just go blow past those guys. I wish I could go 72 or even faster. The top speed of this vehicle is 68, but it's a small target, it's low to the ground, and I'm confident that I might suffer one hit and keep going. And don't forget there's two arties over there. And also, this kind of move is disruptive. These people here in this area will see me, and it'll possibly screw up their decision making. Do they continue to face forward, or do they turn their gun around and point at me? And I want them to point at me, because that means my friends here will have a greater chance of success. So away we go. And when you make this decision, it's sort of because you don't want to lose speed. You sort of have to make up your mind: do you go or do you not go? And if you go, you don't hesitate. So it's funny when I get spotting damage from behind everybody. It's hilarious. So away we go, and I don't know precisely if they altered the contour lines here. There, I've finally been spotted, and we'll see what people are doing over here. So let's zoom in. Okay, he's pointed the other way. T-34 is pointing the other way. But guess what? Oh, the defender's looking at me. Not happy. And the Jag Tiger, he's looking at me too. And you duck down. You try to use the contour lines, and the defender fired and missed. And let's see what he's doing now. Can't tell. That guy is pointed right at me. Let's see. There he is. Yep. So let's just see. He's in a quandary there. Like I said, he's pointed the wrong way. And I don't know what advice to give him. But I think probably the best thing to do is to continue to fight the people in front of him and ignore me, because I can get below the horizon here, and he's pointed the wrong way, and the Jag Tiger, of course, is pointed the wrong way too. So let's just see how this goes, and you'll see we're winning drastically now. And you'll notice this guy has not been seen yet. He could have contributed a great deal to the fight. So this is largely over, and the Jag Tiger is still determined to put a round into me. Pretty funny. Jim in the Progetto there is hitting him. Jim's undamaged, as you'll notice. Nice. Boom. He's pointed right at me. I don't know if he fired. Takes 3 rounds to eliminate him. That's sad. So I always fire off the last round into the air. It's a stupid habit, but I can't give up. And look at this fire team. This is a wolf pack on a large scale. And oh, there's the T-54 was seen over there. So he is not contributing properly. Maybe these TDs could have made a move earlier. It's a bit late. They're still in their initial position, essentially. And I don't like that. I would prefer them to get started sooner rather than later. If they move out in a group, they should be able to deal with whatever they encounter. And so I'm just going to fast forward here. I want to show you something ridiculous, from the sublime to the ridiculous. The Artie just committed suicide over there. So watch this. I put 3 gold rounds into this Panther. All of them bounced. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure there's players out there that know more than I do about this game, but that's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, I love the fact that we didn't go into the forest and die alone and helpless, and people made the adjustment. They read the play. I always love to see that. And you can see we had maybe a slight superiority, but the numbers on the XVM display here are not terribly one-sided. If the enemy team had deployed better, they might have experienced greater success and not been so heavily outclassed. Anyways, it's game over, and I hope you enjoyed the video.